to my new sit-down setup. Do you like it? I like it very much. Thank you, Amazon, for hooking a girl up. I'm not sponsored by Amazon, but I did purchase these thingies on Amazon. And now I'm in a very relaxing position. This is my reading corner, and I am never gonna leave it. I'm trying to get an angle where you don't see my fat ass, but that's just, it's everywhere. My ass be everywhere though. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. My name's Gigi, and today we're talking about quinoa. Whether you pronounce it like quinoa, 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 or quinoa, it doesn't taste great. Now, if you've seen my other videos on quinoa, you would know that I'm just not a fan. I think it tastes like dirt. Unfortunately, I have a whole bag, or should I say, I had a whole bag of this dirt tasting superfood, and I decided to make some cookies, because what else was I gonna do with it? Not eat it, that's for sure. Y'all, I made some of the best cookies. Excuse me, I just spat. I hope you didn't see that. That rhymed. I made some of the best cookies I ever did make. I went crazy. Crazewa. I went crazewa. So if you're down for that, you just stay tuned, folks. Hey, smash like, smash subscribe. The end. I decided I wanted to get up close and personal, but now I just feel too close. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There she goes. Hey, wild hair. What's up, girl? How you feeling today? Crazy? Yeah, I can tell. I can see that. You're looking wild, my guys. I first started by cooking my quinoa. I did have footage of this, but unfortunately I'm a trash YouTuber, and so I lost the footage. Anyways, I just combined it in a pot with water and cooked it, okay? Step one done. Now let's move on to our first cookie recipe. We are making some breakfast cookies. Shout out to the blogger slash YouTuber Simply Quinoa for inspiring these recipes. She makes a lot of recipes involving quinoa, hence the name of her channel slash website. I'll link to her in the description below. Not that I can provide her with any source of traffic, but might as well give credit where credit's due. I started out by adding some all-purpose gluten-free flour, as well as some oats. I don't know why I said it like that. I just keep speaking in weird voices to make myself sound unique, when really the uniqueness should just come from within, okay? And then I added some baking powder, as well as my favorite Himalayan pink salt and cinnamon into a bowl, as well as a hefty tablespoon of flaxseed. I mean, really, give it a big tablespoon. Don't skimp on your flaxseed. That stuff is gold. Oh, you want a big scoop of that flax. Those are, sorry, I was gonna try to throw this for my dog and I kind of messed up. By myself, anymore. Then I shredded a big fat carrot. You might want to do 2 small carrots, you might want to do 1.5 medium carrots, or you might want to do 1 big ass carrot like me, and you'd be fine doing any of those. After that, I added some sunflower seed oil. This oil will change your life. It's nutty, it's toasty, it's roasty, it's really tasty, especially in baked goods. Highly recommend using that. I then added a 1/4 cup of maple syrup agave blend. You could use either maple syrup or agave or that blend, which you can find at Trader Joe's. I'm a hoe for Trader Joe's. If you're new here, basically the only grocery store I shop at. Then you can add some dried cranberries and that desirable quinoa. You're gonna mix all of that up and then with your hands, scoop it into cookies, okay? Then plop it on your little platter and bake it. I baked these for like 14 minutes, I want to say, at 350 degrees. They were so tantalizing. Now, I brought them to a friend's house, and because I'm a scared little YouTuber, didn't record their reaction eating it, but he literally was like, oh my god, these are the best cookies I've ever eaten. Well, I don't know if he said they were the best cookies he's ever eaten, but he did say he was gonna eat the entire plate for lunch. So I take that as, wow, those are some dope ass cookies. And they are. They're very dope. and they're very ass. Moving on. We're switching things up here, guys. We're starting with the wet ingredients first, okay? We're gonna add that same sunflower oil, 6 teaspoons, which equals 2 tablespoons. Math and measurement genius right here. Then we are going to add some corn syrup. Not healthy for you, but it is mighty tasty, all right? Plop in some cocoa powder, some quinoa, as well as some shredded coconut. The shredded coconut is key here, folks. Coconut and chocolate is... Baby, stop it. Stop it, love. I rearranged my room and now my bed is against the window, so my dog just looks out the window all day and barks at people who are just trying to park their cars. Rosie, they're not trying to do anything to you, baby girl. It's fine. After the shredded coconut, you're gonna add a hefty 1/4 cup of almond butter. Almond butter can Can we just talk about that for a second? Like, yes, peanut butter is delicious, but almond butter, I mean, she's got spunk. After I mixed all of that together, I decided I needed more dry ingredients. So I added a cup of white rice flour, gave that a nice stir. These are gonna be a little bit wet, so you just wanna plop them onto your parchment paper instead of like dough them up first. Now you just wanna plop and then maybe pat them down with a wet hand so they get nice and cookie in shape, and then bake these for, I think, again, like 14 minutes. Oh my god, I'm so bad at telling how long to cook things. I just kind of eyeball it. So I suggest you do the same. Set your timer for 12 minutes and then just keep eyeballing it after that. These are nice and doughy and a little bit of healthy, a little bit of unhealthy because of that corn syrup. Again, feel free to use maple syrup if you want to be a health queen. I just took off my crown for the day, so. These, by the way, these next ones are probably my fave. All right, you're gonna add a 1/4 cup of flax with brown sugar. You could use coconut sugar if you are crazy, with some tahini, quinoa, oats, and baking powder. Mix all that up. Oh yeah, and then after I mixed it, I forgot to add in cinnamon. Don't forget your cinnamon. Cinnamon is always for the women. Always. I literally went through a whole thing of cinnamon in like a week because it's just that good. It's really not that good, but it does add a nice flair to your recipes. I highly recommend. Okay, these are nice and thin cookies and they're gonna take a long time to cook, so just bear with them. If you cook them for longer, they get crispier. I know that seems obvious, but the less you cook, the more bendable they're gonna be. The longer you cook, the more bite you're gonna get. These are very tasty. Highly recommend. You can use any other nut butter if you don't want to use tahini, but why wouldn't you want to use tahini? It's a delicious seed butter that pairs really nicely with cinnamon and brown sugar. Use tahini. Oh my god, I judge you hardcore if you're not using tahini. So let's move on to our bonus recipe, aka I had quinoa left over and thought, why don't we try to make a cake? Well, try we did and succeed we did, folks. You're gonna start by adding literally 2 whole cups of, not tahini, we already did that recipe, Gigi. 2 whole cups of quinoa into a bowl. Then you're gonna add some brown sugar, flax, cashew milk, baking powder, and baking soda. You want a combo of both of those. White rice flour, tapioca starch, and then you're gonna mix. Mix like your life depends on it. Mix like you are a rapper and you're mixing a song for your SoundCloud single. Follow me on SoundCloud. I make bad music. Oh, link in the description. Mix that all together. It's gonna look kind of wet and kind of weird because there's quinoa in it, but like that's fine. That's what we're going for here, okay? Also, pro tip, if you want to pretend like there's not quinoa in this batter, you could blend it in a Vitamix or a food processor. I just felt like not doing that, so I didn't. The texture doesn't bother me of the cake, but if you wanted something that was smoother, just blend her up. Blitzer. What's that song? Do the da blitz. I can't remember it right now. Did I tell you to add cinnamon? Don't forget to add cinnamon. After that, we're gonna bake in a bun pan. So grease that bun pan up and then sprinkle some crushed walnuts or crushed nuts of your choice. We love nuts. And then pour your batter on top. You're gonna bake it at 350 for like 35 minutes or so. And out comes our bun pan. Can we just pretend that the whole thing came out clean? Can you just close your eyes for a second and pretend like I did not leave that footage in? You can't tell. I got it out eventually. It's a beautiful, totally intact bundt cake. But it did come out delicious, actually. If you do try any of these recipes out, can you just let me know in the comments below or tag me on Instagram. I love seeing your recreations. Thanks. Jeej out. Oh, my battery's dying. Good timing. Look at me go. Y'all, hey, thank you so much. I do hope you sincerely enjoyed this video, and I would really like if you sincerely gave me the thumbs up and smash subscribe, because we're trying to get to 100,000 by the end of 2020. That's right, I said it out loud, bitches. 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. Be there or be square, and don't be square, because squares are boring, and you're not meant to be put in a box. Boo-boo. Smash like, smash subscribe, smash support on Patreon. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Good thanks, good thanks, yeah.
Do it for the GG, gotta do it for the GG. What's up, girl on the YouTube? Ain't nobody do the same as the GG do.